It's time to check out the latest addition to the Air Max 90 infrared family. I purchased this pair of shoes on finishline.com just last week, and I'm really excited about them. So they're $200, and it's the Air Max 90 2014 LTR Quick Strike. LTR stands for leather, and this is basically a hybrid of the infrared Air Max 90, but with a big Air Max 2014 outsole and midsole. You can see the full visible air on this shoe that goes all the way around it. You'll also notice this seamless hyperfuse-like upper. It doesn't have the usual stitching, mesh, suede, and leather on there. It's all sort of one piece. It's a very nice example of an updated version of the Air Max 90. It sort of reminds me of the Air Max 90 360s from 2006 from the one-time only pack, where the new and improved technology was Air Max 360s, and Nike infused classic runners like the Infrared 90 with a 360 midsole and outsole. Here we are now in 2014, and Nike's done the same thing, except that one-time only shoe came as part of a pack with 12 shoes. These were just released by themselves. They sold out online on Nike.com at 5 o'clock in the morning fast, and that's because they're a quick strike. But I wasn't surprised when Finish Line restocked this shoe a few days later. See, the way it's working these days is Nike will allocate a certain number of pairs for each release because they want to build hype and they want to create the impression that everything sells out. So they'll take this shoe, they'll launch it online, and they'll only have like a certain number of pairs that they're releasing. And then periodically they'll restock it, and then other retailers will restock it. And it creates this craze and this hype around the shoes that really wouldn't exist if they just listed the shoe for sale with as many quantities as they had. I want to move this pair out of the way, and I want to compare it to another pair of shoes that I just picked up yesterday. I bought them in at the Nike store in Santa Monica, and they're $225. I actually bought them because I had a credit for $210 for a pair of Flight Posits that didn't fit me. I've been wanting this shoe since it launched at the end of 2013. It was actually supposed to come out in 2014, but Nike decided to release it about a week early. And this is the Flyknit Air Max, and it's unbelievable. And I thought it would be appropriate to break out with this shoe because really they have the same visible air window and a similar outsole and midsole. Think about it. This one right here is the 90 2014, and that's the Flyknit Air Max, and it represents the newest Air Max from 2014. Let's get back to the Flyknits because really I think they're the coolest of the two shoes that we have here. This shoe has a lot of technology packed into it. Of course, you've got the Flyknit uppers. We got Flyknit in 2012 alongside the London Olympics, originally released as a running shoe and a cross trainer, but now we're seeing Flyknits on everything. Here we have it with Air Maxes. We've seen it with lunar midsoles. We've even seen it with free midsoles and outsoles. We've seen it lately on the Kobe 9, so they've got Flyknit on basketball shoes. And just yesterday, Nike released information that there's going to be a soccer boot worn at the World Cup in 2014 that's made out of this same Flyknit material. So they've gone crazy with the Flyknit. So let's work our way down from top to bottom. We've got the Flyknit upper. You'll notice that it's yellow and orange. The original colorways of the Flyknits that were unveiled at the London Olympics were also Volt and orange, so it sort of pays homage to the OG colors, even though a bunch of them were released in different colorways. Then as we work our way down to the midsole, you'll see this big, bright, vibrant air bubble. You gotta love how it fades from orange to yellow. That's actually called a gradient pattern, and there's been a bunch of different shoes that Nike's released over the years with a gradient pattern and even gradient laces. As we flip the shoe over and check out the outsole, that's actually a waffle sole. So it sort of pays homage to the very earliest Nike innovation, the waffle sole. So all the way from top to bottom, this shoe is jam-packed with innovations. I can't wait to put them on my feet. They're so lightweight and they're going to be so comfortable. And it was a pleasure bringing you the Flyknit Air Maxes and also the latest and greatest Air Max 90 2014s.